This is the Fenwick Podcast Show. All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen and ladies, to another edition of the Fenwick Podcast. And today I'm going to be giving you my thoughts and commentary on the article concerning Matt Ryan. Yeah, Matty Ice, that is, being replaced coming next season, 2022, by no other than Mitchell Trubisky. All right, let's get into this article, shall we? Matt Ryan could be on borrowed time with the Atlanta Falcons. He's 36 and enduring a tough season on a 5-7 team. Ryan is also carrying a significant cap hit for 2022 of $48.6 million to be precise, according to SpotTrack.com. And before we go into this article any further, let's take a look at the Atlanta Falcons salary cap. All right. So as of 2021, wow, they only have $1.5 million in cap space. That's crazy. And you know, Matt Ryan's only making pretty much $27 million this year. And you know what's crazy is that just a few years ago we thought that was a lot, but now you got the new TV deals with the salary cap expected to go above $200 million this coming seasons and beyond. I mean, 26.9 ain't gonna be nothing. Really, that's really what you could get away with paying Mitch Trubisky for if going into 2022 with approximately $14 million in team cap space, $14 million right here, right? You give him a deal of what, $3 to $5 million. Salary bonus of what, $75K, $750,000 in roster signing bonus, sprinkle in some incentives, and have a guarantees of $3 million, but with the potential of it going up to $5 million. And then you go into 2023, right? 2023 with $110 million in cap space. You could pay Mitchell Trubisky for 3 years of, I don't know, 95 million. You know what I mean? That's like, maybe 30-something million a year. Again, you're not going to be hitting them with some $40 million a year in quarterback salary, because again, you don't have to pay him that much, right? It's what the market says. Hey, guys like him, middle of the pack quarterbacks, they're quality starters, but they're not a Pat Mahomes. They're not a Russell Wilson. They're not an Aaron Rodgers. They're not Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. They're none of the guys. He's just like a Carson Wentz. Pay him maybe $34 million a year at most. That's it. Now, let's go back into this article. All signs point to Ryan possibly moving on this offseason, but not everybody thinks the Falcons will use the 2022 NFL draft to replace their starting quarterback. As I said, Atlanta will risk giving a former first-round bust of the Chicago Bears a chance to revive his career. ESPN's Jeremy Fowler named Mitchell Trubisky as a single call that Falcons could pursue during next year's free agency period. Fowler's logic is based on Trubisky's familiarity with the Falcons coaching staff, specifically offensive coordinator Dave Reagan. The Bills believe Trubisky will get a good job elsewhere in 2022. His market was slow in March, but perhaps a year in the shadows will spark something. If Atlanta goes cheaper at QB, offensive coordinator Dave Reagan has intimate knowledge of Trubisky from his days on Chicago staff. He was Trubisky's quarterbacks coach when he went to the Pro Bowl in 2018. Now, let's take a look at those statistics that Trubisky put up during that year, 2018. Again, this is according to SpotTrack. According to Pro Football Reference. Sorry about that, people. All right. So, 2017, came into the league as a rookie. Started 12 games, went 4-8. 59.4 completion percentage, 21.5. 2,100 passing yards, 7 TDs, 7 INTs. Rookie year, or Pro Bowl year, in asterisk right here in 2018, 3,200 passing yards, 25 passing TDs, 12 INTs, a 66% completion percentage. That season they ran a lot of zone reads. I remember that. Scroll down. Let's see here. Rushing, he had 68 rushing attempts of 421 yards, 3 TDs. So again, he had a pretty solid season. I mean, it's not like, Pat Mahomes in 2018 when he threw for 50 and 12, 50 TDs, 12 INTs, and 5K, right? But again, this is enough. I mean, he went 11-3. However, this article failed to mention in that season he did have a top 5, top 7 scoring defense. Let's get this correct. They went 11-5 that season, and they had a tremendous defense behind Khalil Mack, Kareem Jackson, and those boys, those monsters in the midway. Bears have always traditionally had a really good linebackers core, from Brian Urlacher to Mike Singletary. The whole 9 yards. But nevertheless, guys, let's continue. It's a decent argument, and there's merit to the idea Trubisky, who is now serving as Josh Allen's backup with the Buffalo Bills, could transform Atlanta's offense. He'd bring a dual threat element to the quarterback position Ryan lacks. All right, let's see here. Reagan took advantage of that quality in 2018 when Trubisky finished third among Bears rushers after gaining 421 yards and 3 touchdowns on the ground, as you all saw from the previous website, Pro Football Reference there. There's a read option element to any offense Trubisky is involved with, and that could also appeal to Falcons head coach Arthur Smith. Absolutely. I 100% agree, guys. You got Mike Davis, Cordell Patterson in the backfield, right? However, I am of the mindset and of the belief that you have to draft a running back. Cordell Patterson is not the long-term solution. You got Calvin Ridley. You got tight end out of Florida, whose name I cannot remember right now. You have Oladame Zaccheaus, I think. You have Russell Gage. I can't remember that tight end whose name again I can't remember. You have him who's really a hybrid receiver or a hybrid tight end, masquerading as a receiver sometimes because they like to motion him on the outside. I believe that this offense would not be 27th in the league. I mean, look at that. 27th total offense, only 216 points scored this year. Now, the biggest concern is that defense. The Atlanta Falcons are 31st in scoring defense, right? Opponents have scored a total of 332 points. I mean, this is ridiculous. This is outright ridiculous. I mean, you are 16th in third down percentage, which is, middle of the pack. But again, you're pretty much dead last, 30th in third down percentage. So you're giving up a lot of third downs. You're allowing opponents to convert those third downs. It's just terrible. It's a terrible look. And not to mention you are 25th in red zone scoring defense. So again, offenses are pretty much doing anything they want against this Atlanta Falcons defense. That's the most glaring issue. You have the pieces. I believe Mitchell Trubisky you guys would be a middle of the pack offense. I believe you all would at least be 10 spots down, perhaps 17th or 16th in the NFL in total offense. Matt Ryan, he's a statue. Your O-line is not that great. However, Matt Ryan's a statue. He can't get out of the pocket. I do believe, however, Mitchell Trubisky can make plays off field, off platform, to at least get you, 6-6. I'm not saying you guys would be better. Well, maybe a game or two better, maybe 7-5. I can see you guys being 7-5 legitimately. 7-5, maybe 8-4. But your defense is really what's killing you, outside of the fact that Matt Ryan's a statue. He can't move outside the pocket, and it's time for him to move on. You're 5-7. Excuse me. Yeah, so you guys would be 6-6 right now. In my opinion, 6-6, 7-5. That's what your record would be. You're not making the postseason this year. And if the NFC looks like it's going to be this year, for next year, 2022 season, I don't foresee you guys making the postseason next year either. Even with that extra, that 8th seed in the postseason, I just don't see it happening. So I believe this is a really great move by you guys. Now let's go into the Atlanta Falcons salary cap. So far, Atlanta Falcons don't have any money. $1.5 million team cap space is nothing. Next season, you'll have a little bit of money to bring in Mitchell Trubisky again. You can sign him to a veteran minimum, which is $2.5 million. I would give him maybe 3 or 4 with a $750,000 roster signing bonus, and sprinkle that in with incentives. It would jump up to maybe 2. I say $2 million in total guarantees. Let him play that contract out. as you work around drafting around your defense. You work around getting those pieces back, that you're missing on defense, because you all need a corner. You all need pass rushers. You guys need to go into 2022's draft and 2023's draft drafting on the defensive side of the ball, because it's really unacceptable for any team to be 31st in total offense or total defense and 25th in red zone percentage. Just you're not going to win games like that. I don't care how dynamic your offense is. I mean, even the Chiefs realize that. It doesn't matter how dynamic your offense is. If your defense can't stop anybody, you're not winning any ball games. You're just not in the National Football League. And then with that being said, moving forward into 2023, you'll have approximately 110 million in total cap space, which you can sign him to a deal paying him roughly around 30 million a year, which is really not going to be nothing because of the new TV deals, the salary cap going above, going way up, more than just a bump, that is. And he'll be a middle of the pack quality starter quarterback like a Carson Wentz, like a Derek Carr, in which you're not going to have to pay him $40 million a year. This is not going to happen. You're not going to pay no quarterback like a Mitchell Trubisky. I don't care how good how good of a comeback year he has next season. You're not. You're going to pay him around 22, 23, 24, maybe 30 million a year. Maybe if you're desperate. But I would just pay him maybe 25 million a year and keep it moving. I do believe that the Falcons will be much more improved on the offensive side of the ball. Not saying that Mitchell Trubisky has a better arm than Matt Ryan, but I'm saying he can do more because he's younger. You can actually open up the playbook a lot more rather than just running shotgun, having motion, doing handoffs. You can actually do those read option plays now, and you can really get the most out of your offense. But for now, those are my comments that I have on the matter involving Mitch Trubisky. Again, I think he's really been working on his craft. Again, I don't, I think he was a product of the Matt Nagy era, in which Matt Nagy was just, it was really that defense that really carried them outside of, the play calling of the offense coordinator that's now for the Atlanta Falcons. I do believe that Matt Nagy's time in Chicago was done. Not to mention, on the side note, I do believe Justin Fields is a much better than what he's being shown as. However, they do need to fix that offensive line because it's not going to cut it. Otherwise, Justin Fields is just going to get beat to hell, and he's going to be out of the league for the next couple of seasons just by getting just beat up so much by opposing defenses. But anyway, guys, let me know your questions, comments, thoughts, concerns. Like, share this video. You know what time it is. I'm out. Like, comment, share, subscribe.